Hello, beloved. This is Jules, and this is the interactive reading. I'm new to doing this online and recording the answers, so thought this was a good way to connect with people. I'm reading from the Talking to Heaven cards, the mediumship deck. It is created by Doreen Virtue and James Von Prague. I was given that deck in 2015, and I've been reading it pretty steadily since about fall of 2018. It's a great deck. I love it. Really super accurate, and it's a great tool for spirit and spirit loved ones to be able to communicate with us in this manner. This is card number 3. So left to right, it would be if you chose the card on the far right, or number 3. And the card is, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. It's backwards because camera's there, but as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So my process, I read from the card first, from the book first, as an entrance into the cards. And then I will look and see if there's anything else to say or communicate that comes through. So, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. Without the human body, I am free and I have amazing new abilities. I can travel to any place at almost any dimension with just a thought. It's like living in one of those flying dreams that you and I discussed. So I can be with you as often as you need me, and it won't hold back my spiritual growth. If you miss my presence, just say the word and I'm there by your side instantly. Although I'm not technically an angel, because I still have my human ego to deal with and learn about, I am like an angel to you. I will do my best to protect you always, and you can count upon my continuing love. So interestingly enough, all 3 cards that were pulled today are about letting us know that our spirit loved ones, our guides, are right there. They're available. With many of these cards, they express that spirit can never, like, as human beings, we have free will, and spirit cannot interfere with that. Spirit can't do anything with that. It's ultimately our free will. So the only way to connect with them is to invite them. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. You can surrender, you can give it over. Like, not surrender, not like giving up something, but giving it over. And you can ask for guidance. So you can ask, you can invite, you can let go, you can inquire, you can pray, you can meditate, whatever that looks like for you, specifically with the intention of, like I like to word it sometimes, like, Spirit, I ask for your guidance in this area. This is bigger than me, but I know nothing's bigger than you. Or this is bigger than for me to handle, or sometimes I'll ask for a specific sign, like, if I have a choice to make, like I'm thinking of doing this, can you please, give me a sign of, like, if this is the direction to go, or if this is, or which direction I should go. And then you have to listen for the answer. And that's a big part of this too, is that very often we don't trust our intuition or our guidance. Like, we're receiving the guidance, but we doubt it, right? Spirit very much wants us to know that they are there. They are guiding us, and if we think it's them, it's them. And there's ways that you can invite them. You can, I always like to say, you can listen to music you love to listen to together, go to places you love to visit together. And even this, this card is an invitation that you can just think of them, you can speak their name. and they will be there for you. And once you have extended this invitation or request, then they can move mountains. But until then, they can't do anything because they can't mess with our free will. And also that what I'm getting from this is like, as a soul, I can be several places at once. So, spirit may show itself to you in kind of unconventional ways, or ways that like if it crosses your mind that it's a little something different, right? Sometimes I like to say sometimes the spirit shows itself through nature, right? Where if there's like a bird on its own and there's no other birds around, or if there's butterflies, or like sometimes things like that, like a flower going in the middle of nowhere, that I'm like, oh hey, it just is a reminder to me that spirit is all around me. And this card also says um like it's not a burden for them if we request, if we ask. This, it says in the book, in the card, so I can be with you as often as you need me, and it won't hold back my spiritual growth. Because my understanding of it is like spirit is there is no time there. It is multidimensional, and so things can be happening simultaneously, and often and always are. Let's see if there's anything else in here that jumps out at me. Like whatever spirit you had in mind when you chose this card, or if you hadn't, you just kind of chose general communication from spirit. Like this card wants you to know that you are being divinely guided, that you are surrounded and protected, and they are always doing their best to point you in the right direction. But again, because of that whole free will thing, they can't point you in a direction that you're not willing to go unless you're like, show me the direction to go. So let me see if there's anything else here. Okay, so part of why I started doing these readings online is that I felt this urge, this kind of insistent nudge to start to communicate. And especially right now at this point in time, it's really imperative that we keep our vibration raised, and not give in to the fear, the scarcity, the uncertainty, because it's all, I don't want to say divinely guided, but in ways it is. Like the earth is pressing a reset button, and it's been trying to for a while, and there's it's finally come to this, like man wasn't listening. And do what you need to do to keep your vibration up, And that could be meditate, that could be, some forms of self-care, that could be, I take dance breaks when I find myself kind of feeling like my energy's a little like, you know, um, I'll just put on some music and move my body and get in my body. Um, yeah, so this is basically, this card is an invitation. That's all there is else to say about it, is that um, spirit is everywhere and in all things. And is right there for you with a thought, or to say their name, or a request. Um, we all have a team. We have a collective. Um, and so it can show up in the face of someone familiar to you, but it's not always that's who it is, if that makes sense. I don't quite know how else to explain that. I'm just talking, like this is kind of just coming through. So um, if you have any questions about that, let me know. And what else can I say? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been doing readings all day, so I'm a little, like, my energy's a little waning, and I probably could have waited to record this, but I wanted to do it today because I recorded the other two, and then I stopped and did a reading for someone else. And um, hmm, yeah, just to know that you're loved, like so loved, and that you are, it's around you and it's available. Sorry, I'm getting moved by that. Um, and that if you ask, spirit will always guide you in the right direction. Uh, that's all. So if I am offering readings, I'm offering online readings at an introductory offer I just created a couple days ago. So it is $20 for a reading. And I have several decks that I use, and we'll read till the reading's done, either till I feel it's complete, you feel it's complete, or both. Um, and if you're interested in a personal one-on-one reading, shoot me a message. You can message me on Facebook. You can shoot me a text if you have my phone number. Shoot me an email, groovewithgrief@gmail.com. And I would love to be of service to you in this way at this time, and to connect with you in this way. Be blessed.